Good morning, everyone. I hope you are doing well. So this is number 4 of the Balancing Chakra series. So we're going to work with the heart center today. So the heart center is right into the chest area. It bridges the gap between these lower chakras, which is the human-based experience chakras, with the upper chakras. So this is the spiritual-based chakras. So it's a really important bridge between the two. So we need to keep it really light and airy. And this is where a lot of our trauma and our trauma and our pain get kind of dumped into. So this can be one of those places that can feel really raw to work on. So it takes time to kind of release some of these things depending on your experiences and your pain and suffering. All right, so this is responsible for receiving and giving love, not only to others, but to yourself. It's responsible for your joy, your happiness, your inner peace, but it's also where we carry shame and guilt and grief, sadness. We can hold anger if we're having a hard time forgiving someone. So that's where a lot of this stuff can get dumped into. And a lot of times, if we have a lot going on, you can actually see it in the physical body. You have a lot of this kind of hunching over where we're protecting our heart center. So when we work on this heart center and we're doing the energy massage and working in these this chakra and this energy center, we want to really open up the heart center, so pulling the shoulder blades back so we can actually access and work in the layers and begin to release some of those things which we won't be able to do if we're really guarded. So opening up our heart center, and then I'm going to show you how to do a little bit of an energy massage. So the oil I like to use for this one is the love oil. I use this all over the body, but this one was specifically made for the heart center. So it's got the rose in it, which is really healing, pulls in a lot of love. The eucalyptus is really healing as well. It works with the lungs and the chest. Liang Liang, and then there's patchouli, and patchouli just kind of anchors it into that kind of earthly realm. So putting on oil. Now when you're doing an energy massage for the, like I said, for the belly and for the breast and the heart center, I like to do skin on skin. Obviously I'm going to keep my clothes on, but ideally that's what you want to do. And like I said before, I work with the solar plexus with the sacral, so the sacral and the solar plexus. So I do a full belly rub here where I work with the solar plexus and the heart because it's so closely related, the two. So rubbing your oil together, and then you take your 3 deep breaths and you're pulling that breath into your heart center. So inhaling and exhale, inhale, exhale, and then inhale and exhale. So the first thing I like to do is I like to just sit with my hands on my heart, and I just like to connect to myself, connect to my breath, and just take a few moments. And then I like to rub side to side first. So it can be one hand at a time or just one hand. Because this area is so big, the whole chest area, the massage can take anywhere from 20 minutes to half an hour. So giving yourself time, sometimes doing it like while you're watching TV at night if you want. I do this a few times a week. If I'm carrying more stress or grief, it will be more often, but making sure to really clear this area. So side to side, what I like to do is I like to do the gentle fists, and I like to do circular motions. So you can do one hand at a time in both directions, or you can do both, side to side. Now if I'm having a release, like if I'm crying and I'm trying to release energy, I will do this next action, but I also do it if I'm trying to pull energy, and if I'm feeling really stagnant and really kind of low, I do the same action. So it can do either, it depends on your intention. But what I like to do is I like to tap my heart center. So you can tap across, or you can just tap in one spot. You can do an open fist, or you can do a closed fist. And just working on bringing energy into the center, healing energy in, and releasing out anything that you're holding on to that you're needing to let go of. Then I like to rub down the sides, and then I like to go underneath. So this is where you're gonna hit that solar plexus. So you're going underneath, and then you can come up and around. So coming in a couple circular motions. Like I said, this is an energy massage, so it doesn't have to be super intense or working with the muscles so much. And then in the opposite direction, and doing this as many times as you'd like, and then moving up. Now I like to move into the shoulders. This is where we carry a lot of that stress, so coming in. So I like to go down and pulling. So I'm pulling from the back up to the shoulder, and then working on the other side, pulling up. And then you can work with both hands, placing them behind, and you're pulling like this. So reaching down as far as you can and pulling forward. And then what we like to do with the arms, just like we did with the legs, is we're gonna dump everything out. So now we're pulling it down our arms and out through our hands. So making sure that we're pulling all that heaviness, the grief, the anger, all the things that we're struggling with out through our arms, through our hands, and making sure to shake it out, letting go of anything. So when I work on clients, I work with the arms with pulling energy out, but any of these massages that we do that I've been showing you with the belly and the chest, this is just a personal massage. I wouldn't do this on clients. When I work on clients, it's just a hand hovering above or just gently touching the skin. So then we would just work on pulling the energy out that way. So this is very personal massage, so just so you know the difference. But I do work with the arms, and we do flush out through the arms, and we make sure to fill up through the hands. So I always put symbols, and we work on pulling energy into the hands, because once we pull everything out, we need to fill back up. So we want to make sure that we're filling up. All right, so that's a very basic energy massage for the heart chakra. The two crystals I really like to use, this one is a rose quartz. You guys have probably heard of this before. It's beautiful. It's very gentle. I love this one if somebody is working with grief and sadness. It's just really gentle. It's not too aggressive with helping to balance that out. So you can put it on your heart center after a massage. You can hold on to it with meditation or prayer, or put it in a healing grid as well. This was in one of my grids. And this one is Malachite. So Malachite is super awesome. I love it, but it's super intense, you guys. So if you are ready to dump out stuff from your heart center, this is a great one to use. But if you're really raw, this is not the one for you. This will be pretty heavy and very intense. So I would go with the rose quartz. If you're working and you're feeling like really raw and vulnerable, I'd work with the rose quartz. Malachite is really great, but it is very powerful. So just know the difference. So those are two. The color is green. I don't know if I mentioned that already. Like, I'm wearing green today. So high vibrational foods, you're moving into the heart center, which is love-based. Love is the highest vibration you can use. So working with high vibrational foods, so raw fruits and green fruits and veggies. So you're looking at your greens, your lettuce, your spinach, your kale, celery, broccoli, and fruits like kiwis, green apples. So working with green foods, but working them in the raw state, so uncooked, is going to really amplify this whole area, right? So this is going to be higher vibrational foods. So smoothies and salads and stuff like that. So that's food. And then I wanted to just show you A very basic, so what I was talking about before, being guarded, we really want to pull those shoulder blades back. When we do this a lot, we're not just guarding ourselves energetically, but we're going to be creating a lot of physical problems into tightness into our neck and our shoulders. So it's really important to open up. So I'm going to show you, there's a really basic seated cat-cow that can work into releasing the heart center. So we're going to sit up. We can sit up on blocks or onto your heels. And you're going to work, so you're going to slide your hands forward. You're exhaling, pulling the navel to spine as you curl the back. And then inhale, you're pulling forward. Chest comes forward, shoulder blades back. Neck is slightly back, but not all the way. And gaze is up. Exhale, you're coming back, so navel to spine, and then you're inhaling forward, and then exhaling back. So this is a great one to do when you're gently working with releasing that tightness into the shoulders. One of the other ones you can do is lie on a bolster and just allow yourself to drape open over top of the bolster, and then sitting with just letting it naturally release. So that's great if you're carrying a lot of sadness and grief. When you're moving with cat-cow, it's great for if you're moving out anger, frustration, shame, guilt. Just the movement will help to move out some of those heavier energies. So I hope that gives you guys some ideas on how to balance out your heart chakra with a little bit of massage and oil and crystals and a couple of yoga poses. So yeah, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will be making the next video on the chakras really soon. All right? Okay, take care. Lots of love.